What's buzzing the Shy Guy squad? It's Dench B here, and I'm back finally for Dan's round 2 playoff match of the Major Pokemon League. He is the coach of the St. Louis Sableyes, and today he'll be going up against the Blackthorn Frogadiers against Blizz. Now, if you did miss the last playoff match, I urge you to go watch it. It was clutch. It was me and Dan, and yeah, it was just beautiful and amazing. Anyway, so Dan here, he's gonna bring the Tornadus, the Zoroark, the Goodra, the Nidoqueen, the Kofag, and the Medicham. While Blizz, my boy in the blue corner, he's bringing the Whimsicott, the Kyurem, the Entei, the Zapdos, the Mega Venusaur, and the Aswell. So as you can see right here, Dan isn't bringing his... oh no, sorry, he is bringing his Mega... never mind, scratch that. I just remembered something, it's fine. This commentary's all over the place. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to get stuck right into this battle. And remember, this match, we're starting to get really close to the PokeBowl. There's only 4 coaches left. After today, as long as this gets uploaded on Friday, after today, there will be 2 coaches for the PokeBowl. So, here we go. So, Tornadus and Dansign is just going to knock this thing off. He did have the Focus Sash, so unfortunately it's not going to kill. But, this round is cheeky because Blizz is also just going to go for a knockoff. So, it's knockoff and knockoff here. Dan's going to lose his life orb and Blizz is going to lose nothing. Technically he lost Focus Sash, but he used it before it knocked it off. Anyway, so Blizz is going to switch out into Donna, Red, the Zapdos, whilst Dan is just going to U-turn out of here. He doesn't want to mess with any shenanigans. So he's going to U-turn out here, and he's probably going to go into Goodra here, because obviously Goodra kind of walls Zapdos. As it does. Alexis, Texas, all these names. I'm sure you all know what they mean, because I sure as hell do. So Goodra's here. Alexis, Texas is ready to shoot. So Blizz is going to go for a Thunderbolt on this thing, and it's going to do absolutely nothing because it's resisted, and Goodra is fat. So Dan's going to go for a Dragon Tail, and that is just going to get that thing out of there, because we don't want Zapdos in here. We don't want it here. We don't want it in our vicinity. So Kyurem-B is going to get drugged out, and as you know, Kyurem-B does a lot of work, so I don't think Blizzard want it to die so early. So he's going to switch out, rightly so, into his Mia Khalifa, his Whimsicott. This is so funny to commentate, I'm sorry. But he's going to switch out, obviously, because Dragon Tail doesn't affect his Fairy type. Blizz tries to go for this Stun Spot, and it triggers the Sap Sip, but whilst Dan goes for a Sludge Wave, it's over. Mia Khalifa has made her last video, and she goes down. So that is, it's now 6-5. Dan has defeated one of his Mons, and so there we go. So Blizz is going to go out into his Mega Venusaur at this point, and he's just going to shoot off a Mega Evolution, because Goodra's not really going to be killing this thing, even with a Draco. Mega Venusaur is very fat. It's going to take Dracos for days. So anyways, he's in fact just going to growth up, because why not? Set up. But I think that was a misplay, because Dan, as we saw earlier, Dan has the Dragon Tail, so he's going to detail this thing. It does a nice chunk. It does about 30%. And there we go. So there's not, the growth boost is gone. And Kyurem comes back in here. And Kyurem, interesting set this. It's a lefty subset. So Blizz is just going to go for the substitute right off the bat. He doesn't want to be taking any unnecessary damage. As Dan just keeps going. Ooh, my DS pen is gone. He just keeps going for that Dragon Tail. It's going to be super effective, and it's going to make the substitute fade. So the substitute's gone. Blizz kind of knows he can't set up another one, so he just goes for the Dragon Claw. This play, I guess it kind of decided what Dan wanted to do. But if I was Blizz, I would have gone for the Dragon Claw right off the bat. Also, Dan was playing very dangerously there, because this thing could have been scarfed and it could have just one-shot, but he didn't. Dan kept his head. So, Medicham is going to come out here, or so you think it's Medicham. So, Medicham is in here whilst he goes into his Zapdos, because Medicham doesn't really do anything. So, Medicham's going to go for a Swords Dance. Now, I'm not sure about this, but I don't think Medicham gets Swords Dance. If it does, then that's good kind of, kind of play to move around that. So Medicham, quote unquote, he's going to go for a knockoff. He's going to straight up destroy this thing. So yeah, Medicham's putting in work, or so you think. So anyways, he's going to switch into Alexis, Texas, the Azelf, because why not? It's not going to really do anything. But he gets Sucker Punch. Whoa! Where did the Sucker Punch come from? Well, it's because this thing is in fact a Zoroark. There we go. So he's going to come in with his Venusaur, because this thing can take a hit. Can take a hit all day, every day. Knockoff's not going to do anything. Blizz is going to go for a Giga Drain on his side, and it's going to be doing about 65%, and that's going to heal his Venusaur quite cheekily. As you see, it's Sideho, the Zoroark. So Chelsea changed the name to something more suitable. So Dan's just going to go for another knockoff, no reason not to, just because Blizz might have Synthesized, so there's not much point going for a Sucker Punch. Also, Zoroark naturally just outspeeds it. So knockoff. The Venusaur's down, and Dan's looking in a really good position right now. But things can still change, but as it stands now, Dan is really good. So Dan's going to hard switch out into his possibly defensive Nidoqueen. Based on the damage, I don't think it was too physically defensive. It might be, because this thing might just be Choice Banded E-Speed. But Jade Fire the Entei is Blizz is going to switch it out, knowing that the Earth-type move might come. Which is interesting, because he switches into his Kyurem, so he might have thought something else was coming. I don't know. But anyways, he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. Blizz might have predicted that and wanted to just have a better matchup against this Nidoqueen. But anyways, he's going to come in here with his... also, he gets that Lefty's Recovery. Very risky play, in my opinion. The ground move could have just annihilated this thing. Although, Kyurem is bulky, so I don't think it would have killed. So it might be in a good play. So he's going to substitute right here. And Nidoqueen's just going to Raw. Like, the amount of phases, or phasing moves that Dan carried was really good, actually. It was really good on the matchup against the subs and things like that. So he rolls out into Jade Fire the Entei, which means he's going to take 25% from Stealth Rock damage, which is really, really nice for Dan. Because that means he can start whittling down the Entei. But anyways, this Entei is going to go for a Choice Band Sacred Fire, most likely. That is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. But Nidoqueen's going to live and fire off a Earth Power, which will most likely kill this thing. But it doesn't. It stays on like the slitherest of HPs, just like my Talonflame. Anyways, so it's going to go for another Sacred Fire. Obviously, that's going to take it out. So I think it's about 5-2, I think. So now it's 5-2. And then Dan's going to go out into this thing, which, as you can see by the HP, that is clearly the Zoroark again. I hope I'm not wrong about that. I could be wrong. I was actually writing notes in here, but then someone came in my room, so I've had to roll with it with like 3/4 notes. Anyways, Kyurem is going to switch in here, take 25% to Stealth Rocks again. A really good play setting up that Stealth Rocks. He's going to go for the low kick. That's going to be super effective damage on the Kyurem. And the Kyurem is going to go down easy. Dan wins. Blizz is eliminated from playoffs. And Dan and the St. Louis Sableyes have officially clinched their spot in the PokeBowl finals. This is amazing, guys. Dan is finally doing it. It sucks he's not here to kind of say it himself. But I'm here on his behalf, which, you know, is lucky for him. Trying not to make myself so bigoted, but whatever. But Dan is in the finals. The last match in the X Conference will be the Pheonix Sunfloras with their coach Riz against the Baltimore Braviaries. Their coach is MoxieInfernape, aka Blake. So the final is going to be intense no matter what. Dan is an amazing battler. As you can see, the record's really good. His team building skills are on point. So he will either be playing Blake or he will be playing Riz. So either he's playing the Pheonix Sunfloras or he'll be playing the Baltimore Braviaries. Anyways, guys, this match was just pretty quick, actually. I'm not going to bother breaking this down because obviously you guys, this isn't really my channel, so I'm not gonna do some crazy stuff that you guys might not like. I'm just gonna get out of here. But there we go. Anyways, Ladyboys and Gentle Bees, that has been the semi-finals, and Dan is now in the finals, which means I am now commentating the finals match on Dan's side, which I'm actually really excited to do. I feel like it's a privilege, but you know, in fact, it is a privilege. I'm gonna say that, but I'm gonna get out of here, guys, because I'm rambling as I do. I've been your host, Dench B, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, sub to the MPL, follow Dan on Twitter, sub to Dan's channel, this channel, if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the PokeBowl final. Can Dan do it? Let's believe in him. Let's believe in him. Anyways, guys, I'm getting out of here. Adios.